New tonight, Georgia faith leaders from 1,000 churches rallied outside the state capitol in Atlanta to push for the John R. Lewis Voting Rights Act to be passed. The peaceful protest comes a month after the group called to boycott Home Depot for not speaking out, which they say is a form of voter suppression. Atlanta Bureau Chief Arjit Seshadri reports.
A call for justice.
I'm here because I care about humanity. I'm here because I care about the life of our democracy. I'm here because there's a major assault on the crown of my father's work, the Voting Rights Act.
Pastors from across the state say it's time to stop voter suppression.
No matter how many pieces of legislations you might unjustly pass, we're not going back. We've been there and done that.
But Georgia's Secretary of State says the new law keeps elections safe.
What you'll see that the bill does, it's a measured piece of legislation. It moves away from signature match and it moves to driver's license, which is a verifiable, secure way of identifying a voter on the absentee ballot process.
Faith leaders say their goal is twofold: urge politicians to listen and act, and for corporations to take a stance and speak out so that everyone gets a fair chance to vote.
This is the fight of our lifetime. I call upon these corporate leaders to support democracy and not give place to demagoguery. I hear my father calling out to you. We need leaders not in love with money, but in love with justice. Yes, this is an issue of justice.
Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger says despite no widespread voter fraud, there were 200 cases of fraud, including double votes, dead people voting, and people who voted from out of state.
I think people need to understand that we've actually expanded early voting, so we've made it more accessible for more voters, but we're also putting in the appropriate guardrails to make sure that we can remove any questions about who those voters are that are voting absentee.
Reporting at the Georgia State Capitol, Arjit Seshadri, Atlanta Bureau Chief.